All right, what up, y'all? So we are in Pro Tools now. I made this whole little fancy rig so you can see me, and hear me. But so we're in Pro Tools. These are the two little sections that I recorded for the sake of this video for us to compare. So right off the bat, you can see nothing on any of the channels at all. No EQ, no compression. I panned stuff just to get the stereo image, but all the levels are even at 0, so it's just raw tracks. That's all it is, just raw tracks. So, as you can see, I was trying to find my worst sounding kit, and frankly, this doesn't sound half bad. I was shocked by the sounds that I got out of this. And that's with no mixing, no EQ, no compression, just panning. So yeah, I'm shocked by that. So right quick, I'm going to just bounce this down. I'm not even going to mix it. Just going to bounce this down. Interleaved, wave, trigger video before. That's bouncing. Okay, cool. So that bounced. So now I'm going to start doing some processing on it. So for this video, since we're just comparing sample replacements, first off, I'm going to mute the knee crush mic and the room mic for right now. I don't want to be messing with those currently. So I'm really going to be focusing on the close mics. So literally we're just going to go ahead and do this. Dynamics and trigger. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag that on everything, really. Actually, we're not going to do it on bottom. That's excessive. Rack, floor. Okay, so here's the trigger window. So usually whenever I'm using trigger, it's the first thing I do in my signal chain for sample replacement, just because I want to alter the EQ and the compression all with the blend of the sample and the real drum. So let me go and create a loop. So that's looping. So right off the bat, I've mixed on 100% sample. So if we go here, so that's the raw kick. So that's the raw kick. So with Perks, which is the whole reason I'm making this video, they make it super easy. So whenever you download their sample pack and you load it in, they actually come with trigger presets. So this is my kick channel. So I'm going to do the Dallas 24-inch. Gonna increase the volume. Nice and snappy. Got some depth to it. All right. So I'm just gonna leave the kick right there. I think I've decided, for the sake of this video, I don't think I'm going to do any EQ or compression because I really want the before and after comparison to actually be the raw drum stems versus the sampled replace drums. just so you can see that clear comparison. So I think I'm not going to do any EQ or compression. Granted, I will probably do some EQ on like the overheads and then the bottom mic, because I'm not sample replacing bottom. I'll EQ on the hi-hat channel, and then I might mess with the neon room. We will see. So that was the kick. Now we're going to snare. So, I mean, worship drums. There's a very signature snare sound. It's like that fat, like, whoosh, pa. So it has a nice attack to it. It's low and fat and deep with a pretty long reverb trail. But so just for the sample itself, start playing. So this was the snare sound that I had. So, I mean, pretty thin, pretty awful. Not really the sound I'm trying to get for like a worship or a country thing. So we're going to go Perks bundle, trigger. Guys, I mean, they make it so easy. They have the trigger presets ready for you. I'm going to use the ish signature. And now. I mean, come on. I don't even have to do like anything to it. Like, that's all. That's it. Done. Turn the volume up. It's like, you get that snare sound immediately. Granted, we're getting some bleed from overheads and the tom mics, but we're about to fix that. Bottom, I'll mess with later. Now we're going to go rack. So, once again, here's the rack channel. I don't know what I just did. I just pressed the button. We're good. So here's the rack channel. It's 100%. Here's what it sounds like. So this one, this sounds bad. Like, this sounds bad. But with the magic of trigger, Perks bundle, toms. I'm gonna do Gretsch 13. Like, come on, too easy. Okay, now we're gonna go to floor. We're gonna do floor as well. So here's a floor tom before. It's not bad. I've heard worse. I need to turn the detail up. And that's another thing with trigger. You got to be careful. You need to make sure to check your detail. You don't want to trigger things that aren't actually like the big hits. So trigger. Go ahead and play that. Go back on a loop. We're gonna go trigger. I'm gonna go Gretsch 16. Like, so low. And another thing that I like about what Perks does with their trigger presets is, if you look down here, you have the dry and the room. So another fun thing you can do is you can actually bus this track to another channel and put trigger on that channel too, and then have the room sound on a separate one, and you can mix it in and out. I'm not going to do that for this video because that's super extra for the sake of what I'm doing here, but they give you that option, which is super cool, and like in actual mixes and actual songs, that's super nice to have. So if we go close mics now. Like, it's too easy. Gonna take this up a little bit. Let me do this real quick. I'm just gonna do overheads. Do my template I have. And we'll go back to wrong way. Just pan them far. Like that easy, guys. That easy. I'm gonna boost this a little bit. Like, guys, come on. Too easy. So, now that I have that direct difference, I mean, they sound completely different than what the actual drum sound. I mean, look, this is the room mic. Untouched. That's what they sounded like. And that's what they sound like with trigger. So for the sake of the vibe, we're gonna do some verb just to have it. So I do my verbs in parallel because duh. Verbiage. So we're gonna set this as a bus. We're just gonna go bus 1 and 2. So then we go kick, bus 1 and 2. We'll give it a little love. Just a smidgen of love in the verbiage world. And then also we'll do snare there too. Verb plugins, you can really use anything. I just use the stock universal audio one. I love it. I usually just throw on a preset and go 100% wet so I can mix it in. Let's see what that sounds like. Some of that verby goodness. You get the idea. It's just worship drum sounds. Throw some verb on the toms. Huge. Absolutely huge. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and print verb on this entire thing. So I'm going to print this verb. I do this a different way than most people do. I literally just let it play through, and then I have it as an actual audio file. So then I can export the verb if I need to. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that finished printing. I can now take it off of all of that. Sheesh. Okay. That sounds really good. So now I'm going to do some fine tuning on the mix. Actually, no. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bounce it. It sounds fine enough. For the sake of this video, it sounds fine enough. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to bounce this down so I can throw it in Final Cut. Bounce to disk. We're going wave, interleaved, trigger video after. So then it is bouncing. Do 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 do. Honestly, probably gonna upload this tutorial uncut to both YouTube and Instagram because why not? Okay, so that's bounced. So now, that's really the end of this part of the video. So go hit up PERCS.LIVE, grab both their bundles. They got 2 great bundles. Grab the one with the trigger presets. It's this easy to get good sounding drums, whether or not it's live or session. I mean, you saw the before and afters directly in here. So go hit them up. Go get their samples. Great guys, great samples. They make trigger usage so easy. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video.